Hi everyone, and welcome to Life Group. I really believe that our best chance of getting closer to Jesus is with other people. This journey was never meant to be traveled alone. So the people sitting next to you right now, they're in this with you. So lean in, trust them, and enjoy the beauty of doing life together. Speaking of life, how's it going? According to plan? Don't worry, mine's not either. But we've been in the middle of this discussion on Sundays where we've been committing ourselves to not getting disillusioned and cynical. And last time we were together, we talked about the inputs in our life, or the voices in our heads that we've been listening to. Specifically, which ones should we be listening to in difficult circumstances? And given the broad reach of all of those voices that come in through social media and the internet and people that are actually in our lives, like family and friends, we have to recognize that it's not all helpful. It can't be. So how do we curate those voices? How do we be careful about which ones we let in and stay in that then shape us? Which ones ultimately lead us closer to Jesus and help us become the person that we want to be, get closer to the purpose that God has for us? Job's curation mechanism was all about God. It was all about, what does he say? What does he say of this situation? What does he say about me? Because what his friends were saying was, you're a dirty, rotten sinner, and you must have been a horrible person in the past. What Job keeps coming back to, though, is, no, God has said that I'm blameless and I'm upright, and that he looks favorably on me, and that if I were to stand before him, I don't think he would find fault in me. And all of that was in the face of all of these other voices, all of these other inputs that are coming into his life, telling him different. Now, that's easier said than done, right? It's way easier for us to say, well, I'm just going to listen to God. But how do you tell his voice indifferent from everybody else's voice, from all the other noise? Well, it's going to take work, and it's going to take discipline, and it's going to take effort. And just like anybody else in your life, you have to purposefully get to know his voice. And so things like reading the scriptures regularly, spending consistent time in prayer where we are in his presence and we are focused on what he has to say to us. We're never going to get to the place where we can pick his voice out among a crowd until we've put in the effort and the work to hear his and to know his better. And I really believe that once we get closer to that, we can then be curating all of those inputs, and the ones that are helping us move closer to God, we let stay, and we let change us, and we let guide us. And the ones that are pushing us further away or giving us a skewed view of him or his view of us, well, we leave those behind. And in that, we start to pick ourselves up out of the ashes, get ourselves back on the track, and begin living life again and leaving cynicism and disillusionment behind. And so my prayer for you this week is that you would put in that work and that you would spend time getting to know the voice of God and being courageous enough and disciplined and discerning enough to weed out all the others. So remember, you're not doing that alone. You're not doing that by yourself. You have people sitting with you right now that are going to help and cheer you on, and then you can turn around and do the same for them. Don't do the work alone. Have a great discussion. We'll see you next time.